Welcome back to Friday Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we are going to look at Chainlink on the daily chart, then we'll zoom out to the bigger picture. We have a couple things to talk about and what we need to be watching for to the high and low on multiple time frames. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want more help navigating these markets, you want more daily content than what you see here on YouTube, join our private Telegram group through Patreon. That's linked below, and we'll see you there. So what we have in front of us, the daily chart. We're range bound now for over a month, right? We made this video, the last video last week. Now those are the ranges, right? The low side around 13, right? The low mid 13s, and then the high side up to 17, right? So those are the areas we need to be watching for closes to really improve our odds of continuation downside. So I'm talking about that candle close there and this candle close here, right? To be, crystal clear, right? Those are what we look at. This is what we're looking for, right? And that just improves your odds of continuing in that direction. So let's pretend we come down first and we close under this. Does that mean we're going into a downtrend? No, that's only our first sign of a potential downtrend. Why? I'm glad you asked. We're still making higher highs. Here's a high and a higher high. This would just be our first lower low. You need two things to confirm a trend: a lower low and a lower high. So if, let's pretend in Magic Land, we come down here in the not so distant future, we put in a low here, but we reverse back up. And then let's say we build back up and we somehow break this previous high. Well, that's not a lower trend. That would be a deviation or a fake out or a head fake down to the downside. And we'd still be in this uptrend. However, if we come back up and we do somehow reverse it, say, something arbitrarily like this, and then we start to move back down, right? Then that would confirm a new downtrend because one, you would have a lower low, right? And then two, you would have a lower high. So then we would be in a confirmed downtrend and only then. So that is what you want to be watching for, probably for the remainder of this year, maybe even going into early 2024, right? We're watching that. So first, and you do the same thing for the high, right? So if we come back up and put in a higher high, we're still obviously in an uptrend there, right? And so far, that's the odds because we are in a macro uptrend because we haven't broken this kind of low support zone. And in fact, here's our low on this little, side base, whatever the hell this is, right? And we have a higher low still. So we're still good. We're still in an uptrend. And that's the bias that you need to be leaning based on the chart, not what I'm saying or anybody else. The chart says still up. Okay. But focus on, if we do go up, where are we going to reverse? Is it going to be higher than this candle close of 1692, or is it going to be lower? Then maybe we get the lower high first, right? You don't have to put the lower low in first, right? There's no order or magic sequence to this. You're looking for the charts to start telling you a story. And the more educated you are in reading charts, the faster you can get to that point and beat the other guy there, right? That's kind of the whole point of trading, right? You're trying to do the opposite of the loser, right? So that is the daily chart for Link. Now you also notice this bigger zone here, right? This background, right? That's more evident on the weekly and monthly charts, which we're going to get to. But also let's note, we've hit twice now on the macro scale in November 11th, right? Or a bunch of days in November, right? And then also in December, we've hit here twice in this big zone, right? I'm talking about this big zone now, not this guy. Right? Definitely not that one, right? So clear this up. Never mind. We'll go to the next chart because we don't want to, there we go. It worked, but it didn't. So here's our weekly chart now. We've zoomed out. Let's remove these as we tried to do previously. And here we are. So now Chainlink, where do we go down to? To our low, right at the EMA 8 on the weekly. That's a good sign for the bulls, right? Let's zoom out a little bit. Right, and you can see this zone here. Why this zone? Well, let's go back and look. That is our bear market top, right? And also our previous low and kind of our bull run, right? This is kind of the end of the bull run, right? To 2021, right? So previous low reversed to previous high, right? Support flipping to resistance. We're back in this resistance zone. It's a zone. Not everything is just a fine line or a moving average that you have to go off of. Sometimes you get these zones, and this is the zone on Chainlink for, years and months, right? You can go back even years. Look at this low, right? There's the zone, right? You're painting a picture here. The previous high from even 2020, right? All in this zone, and we're back here now. So if you're like, why the hell isn't Chainlink continuing higher? It's at work time. It's doing hard work, right? We're up against a massive roadblock. It's trying, and the odds are, once this breaks, the floodgates kind of open, right? $20 comes for Chainlink, then the good times really start. This is just getting us out of the BS, right? This is getting us out of the 500-day sideways BS trend, right? Building our base up for the new bull run. And look at where our Chainlink weekly candle just fell to and closed right on the EMA 8 without closing below it. That is a massively positive sign. So we could potentially see a new 2023 high set in the not so distant future, depending on what Bitcoin does. There's certainly some warnings. I put out a Bitcoin video before this. So check that one out if you haven't yet, looking at triple divergence on the bearish side for Bitcoin, but could still take weeks to play out on that. So just side note, and we could in fact see kind of I don't want to say blow off, but a kind of a significant move to the upside a little bit, and maybe 5-10% more from Bitcoin. And if that happens, altcoins, Chainlink included, maybe go up at least that much, right? Bitcoin dominance kind of on chill mode. So that might allow altcoins, especially ones that are strong and holding that EMA 8 on the weekly. You want to be looking for coins still above all their moving averages. Chainlink is happily included in that category, right? So that's what you're watching for. On the weekly chart, resistance here until proven otherwise. All we gotta do is break above 19 to 20. We can really pick up steam. Otherwise, we're watching to the downside, the EMA 8, right? That's where we held the line so far last week at close. So $14. Now, another good news for the bulls is these moving averages are rising week over week. So you're looking at kind of worst case scenario. We've talked about this, but you're looking to, if you're looking to buy more Chainlink, it's at the 21 week. Now it's not 1150 for indefinitely, because what we just say, turn your ears on. I said it's rising. So you're going to have to adjust your orders week over week, depending on where that is. But oftentimes, right, go back and look at any previous bull run or Chainlink, Ethereum, Bitcoin, any of your favorite shit coins. They're going back to the 21 week multiple times during the bull run. If you accumulate there, that's usually a good sign, right? Your future self thanks you for that. Okay. So that's that. Chainlink wrapped up in a nutshell for you, for just updated, right? We're doing an update for Chainlink. We'll do more. Let me know what you want to see next. More of in Chainlink, more indicators, more of this, more dropping F-bombs, cuddly cats. I don't know what we're looking at. Let's get to our quote of the day. Forgiveness is the final form of love. Little sappy. I don't make these up, right? I didn't write that. Don't hate me, right? We'll get some are better. They can't all be winners, folks. All right. But speaking of winners, Aston Martin's got a winner for this one. Aston Martin DBX, the SUV, one of my favorite, if not the absolute favorite SUV on the market. Again, it's too expensive, right? None of us will ever likely have these. But if we all had infinite monopoly money, this is going in my garage for sure. This color, the spec, I love the gold brakes. I love the black wheels. I love this absolutely stunning aqua, whatever the hell they call it. This color. Let's call it the Aston Martin color. They have this color and like the British Racing Green. Those are kind of my two favorites on Aston Martins. Besides, fluorescent yellow back right there. Right. Got the Aston Martin Vantage Roadster. Right there is one of my favorite model cars. In the, burn your retinas yellow. So this is the DBX Aston Martin. Inset handles, pretty sick. This looks amazing. The front grille is just, this car is amazing in real life. So I'll leave you with that. This guy's guarding it, his personal bodyguard. We got people talking about how to steal it, knock this guy out. You're still going to need the key fob. I don't know how you're going to get it. The door, they won't even be able to figure out how to get open the door handles. This guy's trying to Google it. All right, I'll see you on the next one.